Airbnb is on life support, guys. And guess who the doctor is? It is hotels. It's Dr. Marriott. It's Nurse Hilton. See what I did there? But guys, listen, this is serious. Airbnb has been on a downward spiral, especially going into 2023. And I know. I'm gonna get a bunch of comments when I do an Airbnb video of someone saying,
"Hey Orlando, guess what? My profits are up. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm doing spectacular."
And you know what? I don't see any downturn happening in Airbnb forever. I know. I'm gonna get that. And that's cool. I'm happy for you.
Good for you.
But for the rest of Airbnb hosts, it's not looking so good. So the question is why are Airbnb hosts having such a hard time in 2023? And we're gonna jump into that. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Please hit that subscribe and that like on this video if you feel like you get some value out of this content. It says here, the fall of short-term rentals. As short-term rental supply continues to increase, occupancy has fallen, getting closer and closer to 2019 levels. Woo, boy. It's getting tough out here. But guys, I told you this was gonna happen. I told you it was gonna happen.
It was true what he said.
Real estate investor Sabrina Must, who once rented a 2-bedroom condo in California for $1,000 per night on a holiday weekend, has dropped her rate to $275 per night due to a waning demand, the Wall Street Journal reports. Now, guys, this is what I'm talking about. A lot of these Airbnb hosts are getting into this game thinking that they're going to make tons and tons of money. They come onto YouTube, they see all of these individuals just making so much money, or they heard that individuals made all of this money and they bought. This is the biggest thing that we talk about on the channel. They bought at the top of the demand. They bought at the top. This is the reason why I talk about this in the housing market when I say, do not overpay. The same thing is happening with individuals in Airbnb. They overpaid for these properties. And at one point they could charge $1,000. Now we see Sabrina is only now charging $275, where she could charge $1,000 previously. Another couple who got into real estate investing during the pandemic saw strong bookings in the beginning, followed by low occupancy rates in the past summer. This is the same story. You're buying at the top, at the peak, when everything looks great. You overpaid for the property, but you thought to yourself,
I could charge this ridiculous amount for nightly rentals.
and then you find out that, people really don't want to pay $1,000 a night to stay at your rental versus $200 or $150 at the hotel. And this is the reason why Airbnb hosts are now feeling the pain, because people are thinking to themselves,
you know what? I get it. I want to stay in this Airbnb where it feels a little bit more homey. It doesn't feel like a hotel. It has my own kitchen. I can go grocery shopping. But you know what? It's not worth an extra $800 a night.
They said, not paying $800 a night. And then not only do you have to pay an extra $800 a night, but you get the pesky guest checklist of everything you gotta do. You gotta wash clothes, you gotta clean, all types of stuff, guys. I've seen Airbnb bookings where it said, hey, if you get 1 grain of sand in the house, you lose your deposit, and we're gonna charge you extra on your cleaning fee. But guess where the house was? It was a beachfront property. How can you do that? How can you say to someone,
don't you dare get sand in this house?
But you're on a beach. It's impossible. You're going to have sand in your house. It just doesn't make sense. You're going to have it.
Stop it. Get some help.
So for you to charge someone extra, that's what it is. I also me personally, have been in a situation where I've gotten to an Airbnb early and they had one of those timers on the lock saying that you can't come in early. So then I reach out to the host and the host's like, yeah, you can go in, but it's gonna be $400 for early entry.
I beg your pardon?
Hour early. He's gonna charge me $400? $400.
Man, this is some bull.
for an early entry fee. Are you? Where are we at here? Where are we? I've never been to a hotel and got there early and they say we're going to charge you an early entry fee. Never. And this is the stuff that we have to deal with as a customer when it comes to Airbnbs. And customers are just done with it. They're not dealing with that. They want good customer service with good prices, along with a great experience with the Airbnb. And a lot of these guys, these hosts, they just don't care. They just want to nickel and dime you to death. But here's the deal. Why is it now that Airbnb hosts are now feeling the pain? Well, this is it right here. Oversupply limits cash flow potential. In fact, nights stayed are up 21.3% as of October compared to last year. But the supply of Airbnb listings has surged 23.3% year over year. 66,000 new rental properties were listed in October. Guys, listen to me. 1 month, 66,000 Airbnb listings were put up in October. That's a down month. That's not the summer. That's not spring. In October. So what do you think is going to happen in these summer months that are more popular? It's going to be more of an increase. And this is the reason why it's an over demand. It's too many properties. And this is what's going to be flooding the market when things go down. When unemployment is there, when the recession truly hits and people are really feeling this pain, all of these properties are going to come back in the market. All of these properties that people bought at the peak and they cannot even rent out in Airbnbs right now because the prices are so ridiculously high and they're forced to keep the rates that way because they can't pay their mortgage. They cannot pay their mortgage unless they charge you $1,000 a night. They can't get away with charging $300 a night like a regular Airbnb or a hotel. They cannot compete price-wise. And this is the reason why hotels are winning at the current moment. You can use your points, and I love my points, guys. I love my points. Hallelujah! So you can get away with your points. You don't have to worry about cleaning. You don't have to get charged for a cleaning, and then guess who's cleaning? You. You don't have to worry about that. You can check in early and not get a charge for that. And the problem that Airbnb's hosts have right now is it's just an oversupply. It's just too many Airbnbs. You can go onto Airbnb right now and see hundreds and hundreds of thousands of Airbnbs. It's just tons on them. And most people try to go for the super host and all that other stuff. But if you look at a lot of these are have one review, 2 reviews, because there's so many new properties coming on the market. AirDNA forecasts that the supply will increase another 9% in 2023, guys. Another 9% in 2023. Despite high mortgage rates causing affordability pressure, that would be a second home buyer, but expects occupancy rates to stay elevated above pre-pandemic levels. But see, here's the thing. Even if it does stay level and you have this constant increase of more Airbnbs coming on the market, consistent. I mean, if you just do 9% of 66, now you have all of that plus 9% coming onto the market every single month. Can you imagine that, guys? That's insane. Local governments are cracking down on short-term rentals with relatively unregulated in the beginning days of Airbnb, and there are still plenty of cities that are only require hosts to apply for a short-term rental license, but increasingly, local governments are tightening short-term rental rules due to criticism of overabundance of vacation rental limits, the availability and affordability rental housing in the community. Guys, I have said this over and over and over. Do you think that these cities that they gave millions and millions of dollars to Hilton, to Marriott, to all of these hotels to build in certain zoned areas and all these tax breaks that they've given them just to allow half of their city to be Airbnbs, for half of their city get gobbled up by people who are reselling it at a higher price and making their city unaffordable? It's not gonna happen, guys.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
They're going to make you jump through hoops. They're going to make hosts do multiple things. They're going to make sure that you rethink deciding to do short-term rentals. Now, if not outright just banning them. That's what New York has done. That's what a bunch of cities are done. This is the problem that hosts are having, is that before it was the wild, wild west. You could just do whatever you wanted with Airbnb in the cities and nobody would say anything to you. But then it got overcrowded. And then everybody started doing it. And then there became crime. Your neighbors don't want you to be there because people are coming in and out of Airbnbs. You never know who your neighbors are. You never know who is living next to you with your kids. It's a safety situation also. All just for you to make more and more money. And that's not what the city is going to allow to happen. But guys, let's take a look at this. And I just want to show you guys the reason why people are complaining about Airbnb. Let's take a look at Austin. When you see this map, it's just ridiculous. Take a look at this map, guys. These are all of the Airbnbs that are available in that area. I think right now this is about 11, 12,000 active Airbnb listings. You can't even see the word Austin. It is compact with so many listings, guys. So many listings that it's insane. This is crazy. Now look at Phoenix here, guys. Would you want to live? Would you? Not me. Would you want to live in this? This is how many Airbnbs you are dealing with the Phoenix area. This is insane. And the population of Airbnbs are only getting bigger. Now, this is what I'm talking about where everyone cannot succeed. Everyone cannot succeed in being a host with Airbnb with this many rentals. There will be a fallout. And this is the reason why you're starting to see Airbnb bust, Airbnb failures, Airbnb horror stories. You're starting to see all of these things come out because there's no way that Airbnb hosts can keep up this type of momentum with this type of growth with the economy going in the direction it will. And you're starting to see a turn back to people going to hotels versus Airbnbs. So the question is, it's what is going to be the final blow to Airbnb to get it back into an area of normalcy, guys. A normalcy. Will Airbnb die? Probably not. But will it get back to a point of normalcy? Will local governments and consumers come together and basically force Airbnb hosts to get their stuff together? It's looking that way. It's looking like Airbnb hosts are gonna be forced to get their stuff together because the money is just not there when you're having 66,000 units come on the market every month. Once again, guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you got value from this content. Once again, you will not get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this next video here. It will let you know what's going on with the housing market, what's going on with getting into your first rental property, and financial news. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.